Right. Just had a cancellation. So I'm creating this content now and I really don't feel like it, but this is the best time for me to do it. So pushing through anyways. And off the top of my head, I don't have a topic. So I'm going to just free roll, spitball from here and we'll see what happens. The good news is I have an editor to edit out this section here. So things that I came up with from a recent meditation session, actually a lot of them, but is this idea of getting high on your own supply, or it's, I don't even know who the rapper is who said this first, but he says don't get high on your own supply. But there's two products I sell that would be really interesting if I were to buy them and essentially have somebody on my team hire a team member to manage that process. Like, right. So in one instance, it's like have somebody on my team run and manage an e-com store. So, they're going to have website, Facebook ads, email marketing, all that stuff. Right now, I don't have the time to do it. However, I sell a solution that works really well. And so I want to put more skin in the game. And how I'm going to do this is by actually purchasing the product that I sell. And unfortunately, I don't have the time to devote to it, but that's why I am having somebody on my team do it. So if you are interested in becoming an e-commerce store operator, or if you have experience in e-commerce, or even if you have a business that, could be doing a lot better, right? So you're making sales, but not that many, or, if you're a young hustler with some aspirations to really get going and to create something cool and to learn how to make money online. The next idea that I had, which I guess is just where this is coming from, is having a YouTube channel and talking with really interesting people. So actually on this channel already, I was talking about creating a podcast that was spreading love and abundance, right? There's a lot of fear in the world right now, a lot of doom and gloom, people talking about how the world is about to end or whatever the case is. Actually, like by all measurable aspects, things have never been better. So this next concept is super cool. And actually, you who are watching this are helping me create this. For my editors, it's going to start right now after this truck passes. I don't know how loud that is there. But all right, so I came out of this meditation session and I had this amazing insight. And it was, what if you could, could I create something called speak into existence, right? You'll notice over the next 30 days, 29 more days, whatever, that I'm going to be creating a lot. And so I'm really interested in what can I speak into existence as well. And so this kind of, goes into the spirituality aspect of what your self-image is or what your self-concept is. With that being said, I've done some of this internal work with the self-concept and with neurolinguistic programming. And so now I feel super confident. Edit all that out behind there. Oh, all right. So speak into existence. Let's just jump right back into that thread. Essentially, what speak into existence is this opportunity. Like right now, I am speaking into existence. I have actually, before this part of the video, and probably shortly after this video, have inserted notes by just speaking into the camera to my team. And so now my team is creating these epic and organized films or clips with transitions in the content. So I'm super excited to have my team doing this and to show you guys what's going to come of it. And then I'm also excited to expand on this concept. So I'm also doing audio or taking notes on audio, or like journaling or just writing, but with audio. And I am writing a little bit as well. I have an email list. If you want to jump on the email list, just go to strongjaw.substack. From there, you can get on the email list and you can see the stuff that I'm creating daily. And there'll be links to my YouTube channel so you can see some of the videos here. I loved creating this for you, this speak into existence thing. I'm so excited about it because, there is this meta aspect to it. And this aspect, not like Facebook's new name, but there's this aspect of you really can, if you believe you can do something and you talk to yourself in a positive and supporting way, and even, talk to yourself in the future about having done the thing that you are doing, creating. I didn't say want to do, because that word want really holds us back. With this idea of speak it into existence, right? You can hire a team, or I can create a team for you. And so now the things that say you don't want to do, or you want to be done way better than you could do it. Editing this video, for example, I could learn to do it, but instead I can have somebody on my team do it. And speaking into existence what it is exactly that you want, and always using the language that's going to build you up. This has been huge for me. Just the way that I think about myself, right? And as soon as, everybody has these, kind of negative thoughts that, where do they even come from, right? Where does the thought come from? That's a completely different topic. But everybody has thoughts that are maybe not the thoughts that they want to have. And so it's just like, observing those thoughts and not identifying with them and moving on, right? So the less things that you're essentially attached to or identify with, the better off you're going to be on that aspect. What is going on, guys? This is day 2 of content creation for me. And so far I'm liking it. I've gotten through the hurdles. I'm getting better at not being awkward. Probably I'm still saying and a lot. And now that I just said that, you're going to notice when it happens, but I'm thinking about it a lot more. And so I'm getting better at slowing down and being more clear and more intentional with the words that I use. With that being said, I'm super excited to talk about a month ago, I had a problem in my business. As I'm growing my business, I'm taking sales calls on the phone or on the computer, and obviously you only have a limited amount of time. And so I got to a point where I had more calls on my calendar than I had time for, or I literally just worked 7 a.m. to 9 p.m, right? So the thing they say about, quit your job working 40 hours a week to work 60 or 80 or whatever. I'm definitely not working 80 yet, but as I love this more, maybe I will be. But putting that aside, I hired somebody. And so I solved my problem. And I'm so excited because I went through and hired at least two people that were not a good fit. And we had interviews calls. Me and my partner Syed had interview calls for not 2 days, but we interviewed about 10 people before finding the right one. And this guy is just an absolute killer. So Nick, I'm super grateful that you're on our team helping us out. He's learned really fast and he's done a great job. And so from here now, my time is freed up, and I've actually been able to take on another client. I lost a client, or no longer am with a client. And that was just based on they're no longer running Facebook ads, and they wanted me to do organic outbound, which unfortunately I'm saying that I don't have the time for it. I could make time for it. I don't really want to do that. Instead, I would rather focus on the main thing, which is just showing up, talking on the phone, and being a solutions provider. And so I heard this, and it's an absolutely amazing way to describe what I do with online sales. And so what I do is I provide solutions for people who have some kind of problem, and they're like, it's a big problem. And so they're really trying to solve it. And so these people are seeing the business owner that I'm working with. I have a couple different clients, but they're seeing the offer and they're saying, yes, I'm interested. I want to talk to somebody. So then they talk to somebody that's either me or somebody on my team, like the guy I just hired. And then we qualify them from there. If they're a good fit, then I'm the solutions provider again. I make sure, okay, this is really a good fit and they can afford it. Let's get them enrolled. Let's get them moving forward and getting them results. So that's kind of the basis of what my business is right now. And I also write copy. And what copywriting is, it's called direct response marketing, specifically what I do. So copywriting is a niche, and then direct response is different. Other people will copyright for bigger businesses on like product or store pages. And instead, the copy here, direct response, is designed to get the viewer to take action now. And so even just clicking the link to watch this video, or finding this video, or clicking on this video, that was an action. And so the only reason that happened was I was able to put the offer in front of you of check out this cool video, or this video was presented to you. That's all really I have there. And then I want to talk about one last thing, and that's just really, it seems like it's as simple as just like, how many people can you help is how much money you make. And that's really weird because, in the past I've had or been around beliefs that rich people are bad, rich people are assholes, or whatever the case is. But why? Is it because I wasn't rich? Is that the reason? And I'm not saying that I'm rich now, but is that why I felt that way? And so were those beliefs holding me back? And I would say absolutely. Transitioning here to one last thing, the self concept. So guys, I want to talk today about some work that I did some inner work on myself and how beneficial it was for me. So I have found massive, massive results in three things. One, meditation. And the second one, breathing exercise, controlled breathing exercises, specifically the Wim Hof method. And number three, all right. So today I wanted to talk about beliefs and some beliefs that I had that weren't serving me, that I did some inner work on, some actual NLP therapy to rewrite or change these beliefs into something that's beneficial for me and something that I really like. So I had this belief, and I'm sure actually a lot of people probably have this belief, that I was not creative. And, I am realizing and noticing that creation is the thing. Creation, we're about, in my opinion, to see a creative renaissance. And I'll actually talk about that later. But I didn't believe I was creative. And thus, every time that I was creative, I brushed it off, didn't recognize it. And I had this story that I told myself, I'm not creative. And so this story came from when I was growing up. I got a bad grade in art, and my mom just told me, oh, that's okay, Jeff, you're just not very good at art. And, I was at an impressionable age. I was 7th grade, 8th grade. So 13, 14 years old. And so I really believed that. I also didn't like art specifically. So we categorize all of creativity just in art. I still don't like art. I'm not interested in making this, but right now I'm creating for you. And so I had this problem, and I lived with this story for a really long time, actually, that I just wasn't very creative. And fixing that, or trying to fix that, was super interesting to me after I learned about NLP and after I learned about how our mind works. Essentially, NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, is a study of how the mind works. And, there's a study of excellence, so on. It's very deep. But anyways, I realized that I had this story. I'm not very creative. I realized that it was not serving me. And so I wanted to find a professional who I could work one-on-one with to solve this. And so, I met Damon. Damon is an NLP coach. He's actually got a business. I don't know the name of it off the top of my head, but the self-concept coaching or something along those lines. He has a YouTube channel as well. And it's used to be called NLP Gym. But anyways, Damon helped me with not only my creativity, but also, we went through a couple other of the values that I had that we strengthened up. And so now my belief of myself, my inner work, I absolutely know that I'm creative. I'm not in a sense of, do I believe I'm creative? I know it. And so that's really interesting, because where I was before versus where I am now is a massive difference. And here I am creating, since this transformation happened 3 years ago. So since this transformation is when my online business started taking off, because what you need to do, at least in my field, is to create, right? Creating with writing, creating a video like this, and so on. And so now, I say to myself every day as an affirmation, I am really fucking creative. And so, and I believe that, and I say it with emotion, which is super powerful. And so, I just want to share with you how our beliefs can really sabotage us or help us or build us up, right? And so maybe you could think for yourself, what is a belief that you have that maybe you didn't choose? And maybe it's a belief that you don't really like, or you would maybe wish to have changed. Can you think of something? Because if you can, and I'm guessing most people can, it seems like there's always, some kind of beliefs that we have that we can change. But once you get to the level of having empowering beliefs that, make you feel good, make you feel excited, make you feel alive, now everything is easier. You have more energy. Waking up earlier is easier. You just have more fun overall. You're smiling more, like everything. I've got to run, but I'm so glad that you joined me. So thanks again, and we'll see you next time.